It's the same. Like, give me a second. Let me see what's going on. Like, you be doing too much, bro. For real. See what I mean? Like, just, I'm on a whole new stream. Positive attitude 2026. You know, everybody's gonna try to test the theory. Every time. You can't even have a good Tuesday. It's the extra shit for me. Like, this ain't even. I'm on a completely different stream. Like, what the. So irritating. I just. Randomly losing subscribers isn't good enough. Just gotta keep cutting my stream. Like, that's not good enough. Randomly just losing subscribers every 10 minutes, that's not good enough. I have to have my stream cut. Let me go get my paper towel. Shit, there's just dark live. Just dark live. Like, just leave it dark. But then still got me like I have better things to do today. Corporate dropped. I'm gonna have a great day regardless. I'm going to go get me some water. So, I'm like, damn. And that happened last time. It literally happened last time that I was here. Just cut people off in the middle of that stream. I just don't understand. I really don't. Let me go ahead and get my people on the charger real quick before I get distracted. Luckily, corporate dropped today. I'm like, jeez. Oh no, that's not good enough. Losing subscribers is not good enough. No, let's just keep cutting your stream. Keep cutting your stream. I'm like, all right, babe. Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. I have to charge up my computer real quick before I even get started here. Just charge up. I'm trying to get the chargers. Thank you. And then I'm literally just trying to have a great Tuesday. When I see it, I was just trying to have a great Tuesday. Huh. Hey, Jazzy, how you doing? Look, I had cut the light off. How was that? It doesn't look that bad, right? I had cut the light off. Still didn't get no red about my glasses, but we're just gonna corporates here, okay? We're just excited and we are blessed and highly favored that corporate dropped a video today. hello, Jack 67. Hello. Whatever 67 supposed to mean, I'm not necessarily sure, but hello. Thank you for being here. Just make sure you subscribe because you know YouTube, they just, you know, they'll just be going through their monthly cycle. Well, they'll just randomly unsubscribe people. So, thank you for joining the live. I appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Like two live streams running right now. It's so random. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Sir, and Angela. I think it's kind of like proofreading. Like you gotta like proofread it. Hey Jackson. Hey. Look, I'm like, you gotta proofread it before you just let me give him his thumbs up, because you'll be talking in the chat and then I'll be sitting there looking like what with you with you I don't I don't know, my love. I have no idea. I did bring I went and got it. I didn't get the little opener for it, but I definitely went and got the water for sure. Hey, how you been? I've been well. How are you, Eric? Oh, thank you for those hearts. Oh, my face is so very ashy. I should put some little cream on it and stuff. Let me pull this curtain because I'll be having light coming up. My face is ashy. We on a commercial. Let me go ahead and skip through. You be having that music. I ain't got time for that. Well, it be his music, but and then you know he have 5 minutes of credits. 5 minutes of credits, so we have time. We definitely. Do you listen to rap? Maybe. Do I listen to rap? Who was that? Air? Of course. Come on now. Come on now. Doggone well, listen to the rap. Of course, west side or east side. Well, I'm over here in Georgia, so, yeah, I have to stick to my side of town, for sure. So yes, I do listen to a lot of Future. You know, I will bump some Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know, depending on what day of the week it is. I listen to St. John. I believe he's West Side. He has a playlist. So I do listen to St. John. I believe he's West Side, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, as far as like where he probably live at now, I think he. Don't get me. We need more people like you. Respect. I'm just saying. Hey, listen. I have to. When you need a quick pick me up, you know, when I'm just trying to go to Kroger. I'm just trying to go to Publix. I need to get in and out. I got like 10 items in my head. I just need Future to get me in and out of the grocery store. You know, I need Tekashi 6ix9ine to just get me in and out, in and out. So, of course I listen to rap music. Of course. I'm like, man, I have to. Look, I definitely have to. I'm trying to figure out who else I be listening to. Oh, I listen to Bad Bunny, of course. Come on, like, of course. But I started listening to him way before he, became mainstream over here. I'm like, we was on Bad Bunny about 5 years ago, right at the cusp of the pandemic. Definitely started about 2020, early 2020, for sure. He's still considered rap, as well. So, I mean, music. You have to listen to music. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Come on, Brazil, with this. I ain't even seen the video. I need to go over there and check out Hold a music video. I don't know what Fun Marco be doing with his hair. Sometimes it be braided. I guess this is called the twist out, but I don't really know. Music loud or quiet. Listen. It depends. You know, I like my meditation music, like Chantress Seba. I don't like her too loud. I don't like my meditation music like too loud. But if I'm listening to some rap, like I know how y'all feel about Ye with that what is that Hell Hitler. Cut the music. You gotta cut the speakers up. But on the last episode of Black Scorpio Part 120 Part 13, right, O Block. Yeah. Listen to Hell Hitler with the beat up, with the music up, the bass. Cause you know, listen, I don't know if you heard, but my guy DJ Ralphie, he just came out with a video that dropped 3 weeks from today. I can't remember the name of it. Boom 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 boom. Cause we heard it yesterday. He teach you how to play music. He got the bass, the guitar, he had the melody, he had the claps and everything. I was like, oh my goodness. I did need somebody to teach me how to make music. I get so tired of being copyrighted. We would be retrieving the cheesecake from Miss Lisa, that of whom resided in the 6450. DJ Ralphie. Shout out to DJ Ralphie. He's so great. And we have to give him his props because he is not ugly. It's giving chocolate yummy. It's giving chocolate yummy for sure. Look. And it wasn't nowhere we could run. Look at Teasy with this cow jacket. Right. I don't know who this is with these what them push-up shoulders. Pull-up shoulders. I don't know why, but then you see all these bags of trash hanging off of the door. Stop living like that. With these bags of trash hanging off the door. And had me dropping down to my lowest denominator. Look. To the floor with a broom head and a dustpan. Not lowest denominator. Okay. Okay, fractions. I got a third grader, honey. Look at Javen. Look. And what did he say? He finna walk down on the cousin. Look. Little lips. Chin. Look. Jaw. Yeah. Come on. Walk us through, please. We need security. Yeah. We need security around this motherfucker for sure. Okay, Miss Lisa, what's up? Come on with this cheesecake, honey, because it's a lot going on. We need to be in and out with this cheesecake. And it wasn't the same cheesecake that she gave you. It wasn't, we know it was different. Look, I don't know what happened to her. She looked like she had just, I don't know. Big Twan was trying his best to endure the gunshot. I don't know. Sir, how do you get hit? I don't understand. Rushed him to the hospital. Prayerful that he wouldn't end up succumbing to his injury. It's succumbing, but we know what he meant. With a successful send-off. Succumbing. I don't need no update. 26.3. I always appreciate it. Look at TJ. Give me my. Yeah. So what was the I need y'all help? Oh, if he was gonna tell Teasy about the old lady. Oh, and what happened with Javen with the body in the river. Child, I wouldn't tell him shit. But based off of the thumbnail, we know he gonna end up telling her. Telling him. Watch. Look at Teasy. And that's when I asked for y'all help. Yep. I wouldn't tell Teasy. The less, the better. I would not tell Teasy anything, but we know. In the midst, Teasy ended up in What would happen with the lady on the train? I wouldn't. When I ask for y'all. Well, the people are spoken. Don't tell him, please. You know he is, based off of the thumbnail. Don't. And y'all have elected. No. For me to let them know what's up. Say less. Don't do it. With a deep sigh. So yeah, my cousin had popped somebody. And me. Got chills. Why would he tell? We got rid of the body. Dumped it in Lake Michigan the whole time. Old lady. During the process of transporting, we ran into the lady. And she saw us. Teasing. Oh, no. Look. We gotta get that lady going on the ASAP side. See what I mean? I'm telling you. See what I mean? Hey, you know where she stayed? Look, I can only assume that she stayed in the same building where Buddy got popped at. True. Because when we was coming down the steps, she was under the porch. Smoking a seed. With a house coat on. Teasy. Oh, yeah. We need to pop out early tomorrow. Stake out. Look. Sit in front of the creek. You know what? It's a good idea. That sounds like a plan. Teasy. Shit is acting. Fuck you time back. Look, he all extra excited. I wouldn't have never told Teasy that. Teasy, of course, boy. You know what the going on? Would you want me to beam me to the crib? Yes, nigga, I need a ride. Teasy, say less. Bro, slide me to the slide. Ain't never been so happy to see my baby. Who finna call? Especially after running all around the city. Let me see if somebody finna call. I pull out my phone and try to call Big Twin. Oh, he finna call. Oh, voicemail. The mailbox is full. I cannot accept. Straight to voicemail. He was either knocked out or somewhere being freaky. I was too tired to try to figure it out. Right. Motherfuckers just gonna hit his mom. Take them dirty ass clothes out. Shut up. I had an early start to mine. Night. The next morning, slump. Look, with the jacket over his face. Wake me up out my sleep. Feeling around for my phone, I pick it up. It was the child services office. Oh, yeah. Answer not. Hello? What? The lady. Granddaddy. This is Miss Chella calling from child services. I hope I didn't wake you. Oh no. You good, Queen? I was finna get up anyway. Thank you. What? I was hoping you could come to the office today. For what? There's some paperwork we need you to complete so we can finalize everything. Oh. No problem. I get that. What time shall I pull up? Actually, the sooner the better. When can you come in? With a deep sigh. Give me about an hour and a half. I'm gonna get ready and head straight there. Wonderful. I'll see you soon. Not. Indeed. Thank you so much. You welcome. Okay, iPhone 17. Hang up. The conversation alone just reminded me of Tia. I missed that girl. I end up getting another call. Who is this? Oh. Hello? Bright and early. Grand Rising, fakes. Grand Rising, G. Teasy. Roses are red. Violets are blue. I'm ready to get active. What about you? Well, it's just got up, but it's that today for sure. Cause who you telling? I got Duffy full of items to seize a senior citizen. Opening his bag. Not Duffy. Motherfuckers got Bingo G24. Bingo, bro. Old ladies love bingo. Let's see what else I got in here. Epsom salt. Stop it. What time about boy soaking shit? Nah. Your ass is. Yeah, I know what I know. Time about boy. At least it's the brand Epsom salt. Like, you know, at least it ain't no. I think that's Dr. Teal, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Dr. Teal's? I got AARP. Not AARP. I like the little bag. Is that Louis? I believe that's Louis Vuitton, if I'm not mistaken. She done lost her strap, so you know, trip AARP child. That is Dr. Teals. Okay, I'm making sure I had it right. At least I know brand power.
Move downtown, but I'm gonna hit you after I'm finished with that. Come school me from there.
Yoga or Pilates? That's a good one. I don't know. I like Pilates. I mean, obviously, I like yoga for sure, but I don't know. I haven't done Pilates in a really long time. You know, Pilates used to be like a big thing back in the day. Who had that little Pilates DVD set, part one, part two, or somebody who had that? And it used to be like real. I love me some good Pilates. You know what I mean? Just cardio.
Hey, shit, say less. Just hit me.
Yoga
My
is
folk
what you need
hanging up,
before
trying to get
Pilates
my day
and
cut out for
after.
me, and I ain't had no
Good
time to
stretch.
waste. I get up and get ready. A little more than
I
an
like
hour and a
Pilates
half
though,
later, I make it downtown
especially
to
with some
child
music.
services. Miss Chella,
Child, look.
Bartholomew, thank you for coming in on such a short notice.
Okay,
Here's the paperwork
Chanel.
for you to complete. Ah, no problem, Queen. Thank you before stepping up and grabbing the papers.
Child, them locks then came a long way, haven't they?
Opinion by chance?
Child, we didn't swap colors and some more stuff.
She grabbed one out of her desk, handing it to me. Here you go. I
Thank you.
kindly.
Sit down.
Fill out. After the paperwork is completed, you can actually pick up Milan tomorrow.
Ooh,
Looking up,
tomorrow.
Yeah. We almost one technical difficulty, but you don't have to worry about that right now. Looking
What's
up from the
that?
paperwork, oh, what was that?
Right.
They didn't have a problem with my living situation, did they? She, actually, everything was okay with that.
Her mama.
Milan's grandmother.
We forgot she had randomly popped up trying to get Milan.
Inquiring about custody.
Right.
Her grandmother?
Right. Right.
Nah, she wouldn't have wanted that. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie to you.
Right.
Miss Chella, yeah. That's a whole process that she would have to go through. Which she probably wouldn't be successful with anyway.
How so?
So it's nothing to worry about.
She probably gonna try to go through it anyway though. Don't.
Well, I'm glad to know. Miss Chella, I'm surprised the little diva ain't popped out here yet.
Okay, hear your voice.
Yo.
Milan Monroe.
Tomorrow I'm getting that FDO, FTF.
Hey.
Miss Chella.
There she go. Yeah, look, Milan Monroe, honey. I'm trying to tell you.
How you feel about that?
Look, mom and dad. Look at daddy, child. Look at these two. What happened to your forehead? Where did you get that bump from?
This little town down.
Look with her little gloves. She look like she got on a little makeup or something. I'm like, child, you know that could be a little filter.
I love that for you, Queen.
Man, Milan's certified. I was like, man, we thought Brazil was certified. Well, I mean, you know, Milan ain't got nothing on Brazil, child. We met Brazil at this age.
On the paperwork.
He love putting them kids to work. I love this for him.
Over to Miss Chella. Placing it
Look,
to the side.
let's go.
First thing tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah. First thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, you know something gonna happen. You know something's gonna happen. And then grandma gonna swoop right in. We'll see.
Let's go to Sky Zone tomorrow. I'll let you know.
That'll be fun.
I know what that means.
Right.
Mama used to say that to me all the time. And never let me know.
Puffs. What happened to your twist? What you took your twist out for?
Chella. We'll see you tomorrow, Bartholomew. Thank you so much.
Okay, Lips.
No problem, Queen. See y'all tomorrow. Milan.
Bye. Look. Bye, Milan. Yeah.
Oblivious to me.
Grandma
was gonna show me what crazy really was.
I'm trying to tell you, look, I already said it, man. I already said it. Like, we seen how she popped up out of nowhere. Look at these two.
How we finna get up with it?
Yeah, look. Look at these braids, honey, with this lineup.
Nike Tech with Chin or Advanced Prep with Drake?
Look at Advanced Prep.
Nike Tech with Chin, pro grade. Look him. Good decision. Javen. Damn, my cousin did move in with Auntie Marie, but I don't know where she stayed. Look, ain't houses we gonna find them. It's too big of a city to be playing Marco Polo. Jade, I'm finna call his OG and see if I can get the address up out of her. Maybe she'll have it.
Oh, Lord, please don't tell me she finna just be giving out. Well, I guess she wouldn't suspect anything because this is the cousin. Come on, OG, please.
He pull out phone.
Look.
FaceTime my OG.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hello?
Right.
Yes, me. How you been? She. Boy, I ain't talked to you in forever. Boys got all deep and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm growing up a little bit.
Type shit.
You using protection.
Uh-oh.
You better not be out here playing crazy with these little fast tail girls. Of course. Every time I don't play. Look, and boy, yo ass. Lying, yo ass. Definitely sushi game. Jade.
Shut up.
Don't listen to him.
Right.
He lying. Yeah, I now.
What you want?
But what's up, baby? JB, yeah, but you know the address Bartholomew staying at now?
Whoa.
Why don't you just ask him, baby?
Right.
I wanted to surprise him with a big gift. But being a big cousin and always looking out.
No, ma'am.
A gift.
Right.
I hope it's an apartment because that nigga homeless. No, I can't afford nothing like that, but it's just token of my appreciation. Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm gonna text it to you right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Of course. You be safe out here now, baby.
Stay dangerous.
Yes, ma'am. Before hanging up. Bingo. Dead cuz. Look, and she don't even know she just dropped. You ain't
exactly.
Jade.
Exactly.
Easy like Sunday morning. Look him. Hey, where my pipe at, folks? Look, nod toward the dresser. Handy dandy, right there, ready for use. Teasy scoop me from downtown.
Okay, hat, glasses, jacket.
Appreciate you for scooping me, bro. No, for sure.
Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys.
Go downtown, they got some real business to handle, folks. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I had to finalize a little adoption I'm finna partake in. Double taking. Adoption.
Why they got the camera all on under Teasy nose?
You finna get a kid, bro? The police officer.
Right. I'm like, why you got the camera all under his nose like that? Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. Is it like you got me singing that damn song now?
Hell yeah. It's a long story, but I'm finna be up under that act though. That's honorable as hell, shit.
That's what I said too.
Type shit. But we focused on the older generation today though, bro. You ready, folks? I'm ready, bro. Let's get busy. Alright. Motherfucker do need to put something on their stomach though. Let's grab something to eat.
What are we eating this early in the morning?
I say less. We pull up to Wilma's famous barbecue at 4433 West 211th Street. Masson.
Look at Tizzy with the pants on, honey. Okay, white tee, bubble jacket. Okay, Chicago. Let me see this menu, honey. Pork hot links, seafood, tenders, turkey tip combo, turkey links, fried beverages, pizza puff for Polish, chicken and seafood combo. I'm just trying to see what's going on with Wilma's. The menu. She ain't got no cheese steak, no Philly cheese. Let me see. Rib tips. Rib tip combo, chicken tip combos, chicken tips, chicken wings. Decent prices. Give me the menu, sir, please. Okay. Monday special, Tuesday special, Wednesday. Sides dessert. She got lemon cake, caramel cake, sweet potato cake, taffy grapes, peach cobbler, sweet hot pickles, sweet sour garlic pickle cookie. Okay.
Damn, I didn't even know they had a Wilma's in Madison whole time. Teasy, hell yeah, this is my favorite location to come to.
Glasses.
The cashier.
Hey.
Welcome to Wilma's famous barbecue. I'm gonna help you out.
Hey.
I think I'm finna go Small turkey tip. Looking me up and down.
Oh,
Teasy turkey
you on a
tip. I'm
diet?
coming chicken tip.
Okay,
Time out.
okay, we'll get with you.
Boy, you tweak.
You know he.
What's your preference? You coming turkey tip or chicken tip? The cashier. It's chicken for me, but whatever your preference is. Well, see, turkeys is usually associated with Thanksgiving, and I'm a thankful motherfucker, so that's probably why you feed. You probably not really the grateful type for real.
Oh,
Shit.
anyway, okay,
Anyway,
right.
small turkey tip, small
Anyway,
turkey tip for you. Exactly, Mente. What you trying to drink, bro? Tea. What Gucci say? I'm moving slow because codeine syrup in my lemonade. But hold the codeine syrup though.
oh my god,
Yeah,
sir,
lemonade.
it's a lemonade.
How much that'll be? After ringing
30.
up our request, she, your total 41.46.
That was close.
Reaching my pocket, teasy. Nah, I
Current.
the least I can do is pay for the meal, bro. You already finna, you know what I'm saying? Help me with the little whoopty bang. I got some extra money anyway.
Current.
I
Promo.
appreciate the kind gesture, King, but perhaps another time. He ain't no next time, bro. Current.
Come through with the current promo.
Current card, you got one of those too, bro?
Everybody.
Let me check. You done partook in one of them paycheck advances, right?
Ooh, please don't ever. Never mind. I can't.
Your paycheck up
Don't.
to 2 days early. And with the bill card, they can help you build your credit, can't it? Yes, sir. And you can get up to 4% bonus on your savings account.
That's not bad for savings. Okay, 4% come through current.
And those, I can get my hands on one. Cashier.
How y'all gonna pay or what? Cause like it's a lot of dialogue.
Hand a card. She swipe it, hand it back. Approved. It's gonna be like a 15-minute wait. Your order will be right up.
Okay, thank you, my love.
Me and Teasy step to the side to wait for our food out of peripheral.
Uh-oh.
Teasy peek
Ooh.
down.
Oh, here we go.
And me, I partake in a panoramic.
Oh, jeez. It's like not even that big of a deal.
A moment after, 2 adolescents
oh, yeah.
run into the
Kids,
restaurant.
for sure.
Bully type activity. One of them, come on, man, leave me alone. I'm just trying to get something to eat. The antagonist, boy, you ain't about to eat nothing but this knuckle sandwich.
Knuckle sandwich.
Man, I ain't got a taste for that. Please, just spare me. The antagonist.
Why is it giving me August Alsina at 7?
Your preference was clown.
8,
Shorty.
9.
That little boy like that?
Oh, we ain't seen her in a minute.
Random dude hop out his seat. I got this, man. Hey, what's going on with y'all two, man?
Who is this?
One man, I'm just trying to come in here and get some nourishment.
Dad.
But you won't let me. Buddy, man, young King, y'all supposed to be loving each other. What's going on? Love
oh my goodness.
Man, who is you, Martin Luther
right.
King? Ain't nobody trying to hit that.
Not Martin Luther King.
Man, where you from, man? Where your parents?
Right.
Love folks, man, I ain't got none. I'm out here thugging. I'm used to soda and nuggets. Buddy.
Soda and nuggets.
I see it in your eyes, King.
You heard?
All you need is a little love.
And a hug.
Move glasses. See,
look.
Right? Start crying. Buddy, step forward. Grab
you
him
need
up.
a hug.
Love and embrace. See, you gonna be all right. Console him.
You know that's his dad.
Oh my God. That was so thoughtful. Buddy, I'm just doing what a grown man's supposed to do. Shorty,
look at these two.
The world needs more men like you. Buddy.
Where do we know her from? It's giving I've seen her before. I can't quite put my finger on where I saw or know her from. I can't. It's something. You see, like what do we know her from?
I just might. Up in phone heat. What's your number again? I ain't hear you. She 312-682-52.
Oh, look at these two.
After gathering her things, she called me and pimped off. Buddy watched her
look, both look at everybody.
Participating in celebratory activity
oh, okay. So that was one of y'all. Yeah.
And the other, and I want my $100 Robux gift card, Dad.
Dad, he look just like him.
Gee, they funny as hell.
Yeah.
Cashier.
Your food ready. Thank you.
Before grabbing the food.
I like that little jacket Teasy got on though. I like that little jacket. I ain't even gonna hold you. I peeped it when he was in the car, child. I didn't even see the whole jacket. I just saw the top of it. I was like, she looks vintage. Look.
I told you should have got the turkey tips, bro. These motherfuckers. Damn,
turkey tips. The hell is a turkey tip?
Next time, folks. I'm gonna just have to see what's to that polio next time, folks. In the midst of chewing his food, Teasy. You know this lady schedule by chance?
How would I know that?
I only seen her one time, and it was at night.
Right.
posted on her back porch. Teasy,
And then on the train.
we posted like a mailbox.
Okay, sir.
Show. The next moment, my ocular catch the old lady
Uh-oh.
walking across the street with that orange iPhone in hand.
Who car she
She was
getting
about
in?
to hop into
Uber?
the back seat of the car. I can only assume it was a ride share. Teasy, damn! God be working swiftly.
I just had a flashback of when what's his name? Not Josh. I'm thinking of Josh because he drops today. He got a comedy special that he what's the dude name? Um Something Johnson. I can't think of his name. The Johnson dude and the Cornelius dude with Young Dolph when they was staking him out. I just had this flashback and I was like, I bet that's how they felt too. No.
Uber? Nah, Granny, come here. We gonna do something to you. She fell in. They pull off. Bingo. After trailing about 45 minutes later, she pull over. We right behind her, at a safe distance away. This lady that had us follow her all the way out to Indiana. And it looked like she must be here to see her dude. Some guy out there singing, "Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful?" Happy to see her pulling up the old lady.
Let me go get Cora real quick. Hold on. Let me see what he talking about. Take me a phone real quick. I didn't even. They tripped me up. you know he don't play about that little breast milk. He don't play about that breast. Hold on, let me put my robe back on. I joined the group again. Who was that? Jackson. Oh, okay, Jackson. So I'm like, hello, I joined the group again. I must have been gone. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, Jackson. Did you moderate? Okay. 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 I'm back. Oh, where my glasses? I never want to take them. Hold on. Just want some breast milk. That's all. Can you blame them? Yeah. I said that my face was a little ashy. Let me get it together. Listen, this is why I have to wear the same clothes every day. You gotta be able to wear something that you can do. Bloop, bloop. Come on, let's finish, please.
Bypass the car, slow and steady, elderly like. Teasy, nah, folks, ain't no way.
Right.
He gotta be blind. GPS on Wacker Drive. He lost route walking up to her, hugging the air. Teasy on folks.
He is blind, ain't he?
Folks is blind. She, hey, see, what is you doing?
With that beard.
He get the panicking. He, where
Look at Amazon in the back.
Oh, lady, I'm right here. Stop all that hollering and carrying on. Can't see. Oh, I've been waiting to see
It's that beard for me.
I've been waiting to see you. I've been waiting to see you. I've been waiting to see you.
Look at this suit.
She, but okay. Do you got my money? See, you do me like this all the time. Why every time I see you, it's about some money? I thought love don't cost a thing. She, do I look like Nick Cannon to you? I don't know where you got that from.
Not Nick. Not Nick. Don't, first of all, don't do Nick like that, but don't do Christina Milian.
Best mode I never in my life laid eyes on somebody so cold-hearted. She, you never laid eyes on nobody. You been blind since you was born. Did you forget? Hey, come on now, you getting over on me now. How much you want for Miss Moon? She, what that stud say, bro?
I think it's the phone. 25.
Come on, Miss Moon, 25.
Wait.
You know what? I don't come outside the house with that type of money on me.
What?
She, I take Cash App,
PayPal, Venmo, Zelle.
Come on now,
listen, child, call it out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. We have Zelle, Apple Pay. Is that everybody? I believe that's everybody, if I'm not mistaken. Because Cash App will let you tap the card. Oh, don't forget Chime. Not whatever they had going on just a few minutes ago. I don't know nothing about no Chime glitch. And I feel like it was very ironic that I had emailed Chime to close my credit builder account. Because it's not what it was advertised to be. And so I made sure that I had closed my credit builder account. And then I was watching what it looked like TV and some Chime glitch. But I know you can add money onto your Chime account instantly using Apple Pay. They just added that feature, which is super great. Now you don't have to like wait 2-3 days for a transfer and stuff like that. And so that's pretty good. But the difference is, you know, everybody has like perks and stuff like that. Like everybody got their own like money perks, so to speak. And so with Cash App, she don't let everybody, but she do let a few people. You can send money from your credit card. No, it ain't everybody credit card. It's only specific ones. Trust me, I went through and, you know, my American Express did clear. both of them clear. And so I don't have to, I can send money from my credit card. It don't necessarily have to be from my banking account. Now, of course, you will have your fee for sure because Cash App can't run all for free. You're going to have to pay the fee. Um, but that's even better if it's coming off of my credit card. I was like, I can send money off of my credit card? Girl, stop playing with me. I'm just thinking.
Playing with me too much now.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying,
Give me a second.
child, you know, you
Oh,
talk about money, honey. We
tapping
know.
on the back of that mom, Miss Moon. I tell you what, let me help you with that. Before grabbing his phone to
Oh,
initiate
Lord.
the transaction, he so sweet, Miss Moon, the sweetest thing I ever known. Teasy, damn, she out here hustling, flowing up. Miss Moon, okay, see you now. Can't have my Uber waiting too long. Hey, come on now. What else I'm say? What you gonna do for me, daddy, for real? What you gonna do for my birthday? Give me some love before you get up out of here. Miss Moon, all right, give me a hug. Step over here. There's too many people over here watching. And grab Buddy arm and led him over toward the side. Had him walking backwards. I don't know if this was gonna be elderly's gone wild or what. Hey, come on now. What I'm waiting on? Walked his little ass over to a street light pole, pimped off. Filling around for a heat. She's a brick house. He get the grabbing for the pole. Whole time he thinking he hugging on something that's been working out solid from the gym. That is a neighborhood lamp, King. Now teasy as we proceed. And he pulled off to follow her in the Uber. She ended up bopping into a dialysis center that wasn't too far away. Teasy. Before we got a post up outside a dialysis center with a deep breath out. It's gonna be a long day.
It's especially at the dialysis center.
Posted up park down the street from my Aunt Marie crib.
2 to 4
waiting
hours.
to catch sight of me so they can get wild. Look, and how long you think before he pop out, bro? I'm ready to pop his top. Jade, I don't even know. But however long it take, we out here posting. On my dead cousin, Cam. Man, let's just run in the crib. Come on.
Sir,
Jade,
no.
Hell no, TT might be in there.
Right.
Cam, for that's his auntie on his mama side game. You his cousin on his daddy side. Jade, so what, bro? She
ain't got nothing to do with it. Heartless.
You know, telling how long we finna be in here.
Exactly.
We ambush that motherfucker. Look, I think that's a great idea. Excited.
Oh my grandma, I need y'all help. What y'all think we should do? Should we wait till Bartholomew pop out and cook his ass? Or should we go inside the crib and get bits? Drop it in the comments and let us know. And on the next episode of Black Chicago, it'll be like part 120, part
15.
Part 15, folks. Yeah, part 15.
We gonna.
Y'all let us know, man. We waiting on y'all. Oh God.
Everybody put their own little spin to it, don't they? You know, I'm not gonna condone. I hope she's strapped. Y'all don't be like the Tekashi mama over there. I hope she's strapped. I'm just saying. I hope she's strapped. Child Midas Touch got 113,000 people watching right now. Stop playing with them. And let me just see what's going on. Because there was a State of the Union address today. And I'm just let me see. Who is this?
We know it's cold, but this mission is very important.
The People's State of the Union. Midas Touch Network. Okay. I'm just curious to know what he's talking about. That's all. I'm just a little curious. Let me give myself a thumbs up real quick. Nothing major. Just give myself a little thumbs up while I'm here. Because I'm like, you have to thumb yourself up. You go live or several times out the week, you try to build a little over here on YouTube, and like I said, you be ducking in and out during the day just to see like what's dropping during the day, and be losing 2, 3, 4, 5 subscribers. I be working hard for, especially when you go live for 2, 3 hours and you only get 1 subscriber. I'm like, I be working hard for my subscribers, and so for me to just see them just drop like fly, like, come on, man, damn. It's open in 9 minutes. Let me just. I ain't listen. Let me see. Let me see. Before she get to. Oh, that copyright. Let me just see who's. Oh, when Andrew was Charlie Kirk target. I told when I first came on, did I not say Baron? Did I not say that we need to be over there with Baron? No, it was.
Miraculous healing, ladies and gentlemen. We had a miraculous healing just yesterday.
What?
We reported that Erica Kirk was far too ill to do the Q&A at the Bible in 365 podcast that she was scheduled to do.
But
she survived. She is doing well. Traveling is the rumor. And tonight we might get a glimpse of her. Hopefully not running her hands through the hair of the Vice President of the United States, but at the same event, the State of the Union tonight, which is the cause for us going a little early tonight.
Okay. You know, Baron, man, shout out to Baron, okay? Shout out to Baron Coleman, okay? Because remember, he was just over there talking to Candace. Now. And just, if we, scroll down and check out his numbers and stuff, he was doing pretty good. He was doing pretty okay. He was chilling. But, man, if you don't stop playing with, go to his live. Go to his lives now, because those were just videos. Go to his live and check out them numbers. Check out them numbers yesterday. See, because I ain't finished watching it. I needed to go back. I need to go back. Check out these streaming numbers. Ooh, that Baron. Knowing he's showing out over there. With Tyler Robinson at Charlie Kirk event at UVU. The Eye in the Sky. A Fly in the Alibi was Erica in Utah when Charlie Kirk was hit. The Sweet Life. Erica Kirk's alleged role in her mom's alleged intelligence career. Where was Erica Kirk? And why can't she keep her story straight? Erica Franz feed Kirk. Creepy relation. Okay. TPU. Okay. I'm trying to. I didn't know who I. It's these 3-hour streams that I can't. I was hoping he would have somebody over there in the tech department clipping through them, because I can't do 3 hours. He got somebody. I don't know. I just couldn't do them 3 hours. 3-hour streams. He got some good titles. And Andrew Kovac, if I could, hold on, slide back. Andrew, this one, the one that I was watching yesterday, he did an interview. Shh, be quiet. He did an interview. That's what we was watching. That's why I had.
Just as surprised as you guys
look, check them out.
Candace was not live tonight.
I know. Yesterday, I had said that Sunday. I was like, okay, we're going to stream Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then I came on yesterday, and Candace, she dropped the trailer, but she ain't go live. And so it threw everybody off. And so I got into bed, and I was laying down, and I was putting everybody to sleep, because you have to fake it until everybody go to sleep. And so I laid down, and I'm putting Cole to sleep. I'm putting Seth to sleep. And I'm like, okay, what are we gonna watch? What are we gonna watch? And so I had jumped on YouTube real quick, 'cause I'm like, let me see what's going on. Let me see, like, what can I watch? And it was nothing but Barron. And so I had started watching it because I'm like, well, what is Barron talking about? Because I think Coach, whoever that is, the coach, him. He had dropped a video and he was like, "Ooh, Barron, he been doing." And I was like, "Well, what's going on with Barron? 'Cause I know he was over there with Candace." And then this.
I don't know if the 1 minute countdown, the 2 minute countdown matters or not, but it's one less button I have to push. So,
Okay.
I'm sticking with it for now. We'll
Okay.
see how it works out.
No, that's fine.
Welcome in.
Yeah,
We got a lot
yeah,
to talk about
yeah. See
tonight.
what 3 hours at 30. Come on, Barron, please. And there was this Andrew Colvett interview. Let me see, what is it right here? And he was talking about how he had met Charlie Kirk. And he was talking about how Jesse, it was we had heard about that name from somebody else. I can't remember how we heard about it. But he was working with somebody. I think it might have been Nisi who had told us about the guy who Andrew was working with, you know, who he was like, anyway, they was somewhere doing something in Florida. You know, child, listen, my recollection, honey, is, because I didn't get to finish. I didn't get to, like, I
This is
started
not
right
a
here.
joking matter. I know
Yeah.
we like to have fun on this program. We
Yeah.
laugh and we
Yeah.
make fun of people
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
have a good time.
Sure.
But this is your soul. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. And my conclusion has a lot to do with that.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to give you the conclusion after
Okay.
we hear more from them. But I want you to hear it from him directly. This is sort of the setup. This isn't the best and most juicy part, but there's a golden nugget in this rambling answer he gives initially. And when I get to it, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to tell you this is totally changes my impression of what's happened to Charlie Kirk and how he ended up in the grave.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say that the real reason I'm here is because we had originally scheduled Charlie to come sit down with you. But I think what you said is probably accurate. I don't even describe myself as the host of the Charlie Kirk Show. Charlie is the host of the Charlie Kirk Show. And I see our job as being stewards of his mission.
I want to pause right there because I had the same look on my face. Ross Douthat is a very serious man. He's not prone to accept jargon. When Andrew Colvett said Charlie is the host of the Charlie Kirk Show, I thought,
present tense.
Andrew? Charlie's not with us anymore.
Present tense, right?
The show might be called the Charlie Kirk Show, but he's not the host. That might be a cool, weird expression that you guys use, and for stupid people or low IQ people, they might eat that up.
Not
Ross
stupid.
Douthat and your humble host both had that same look on our faces when we first heard that expression. Huh?
Right.
Charlie is the host of the Charlie Kirk Show?
Of his message. But yeah, Charlie and I, we started the show in 2019. May 2019 was our first episode. We just did one podcast a week. And
which is, I should say, a lot.
It was just
I can say
yeah.
now that I have a podcast of my own. But you were working at Turning Point before that.
Yeah, I'll go back a step. So
this is important. He's going to say how he ended up at Turning Point. I want you to ask the question in your mind as you're listening to this. Does it sound like Charlie intended to have Andrew Colvett and people associated with him embedded into Turning Point, or does it sound like
it was infiltrated?
Like maybe they pursued him.
It was definitely infiltrated. It was like, in hindsight, we can definitively come to a collective conclusion that it was infiltrated. Allegedly, I would say that it was just based off of their demographics. Turning Point, they, sort of had that fresh out of high school, fresh into college, that 18 to 23, real important age group. And then, of course, a lot of that age group, a very high percentage of that age group also came from a family dynamic typically within the Republican Party. Typically, just the whole family dynamic. And so I would say that they were definitely infiltrated in regards to the whole Turning Point USA. Everybody trying to get a piece of the pie, so to speak. And it's, how did we get to this point? Like, how did we get to this point? Now, this does seem like a very interesting interview that I may just like on my own, maybe sit down and watch and kind of, because I don't know Andrew. We hear his name a lot with Candace when she's speaking about him and things of that such. Like she says his name. She's obviously had a decent relationship with Andrew, but I don't particularly know him. Obviously, I didn't even know Charlie Kirk either. I'm getting to know all these people. Same as with Barron. I didn't know Barron until he went over there on Candace. And so this may be like an interesting interview to watch, like I said, on my own time, like when I can just put them in my ear and go wash some dishes or something, sort through some laundry or something, do something that I don't have to sit here and like actually watch them, but I can just sort of listen and like see like what type of responses that he's giving if I find myself like interested enough, because I don't know what they think or who they think they mess with, and I'm not even just talking about Candace, because that was her friend. But like she said, we're not gonna just let this go. Like we're not just gonna let this go. There's no way that you're going to assassinate someone in broad daylight. I mean, in front of hundreds of people, and just think, like that's very disrespectful. Very.
There's an important distinction to that when you hear who he's been associated with.
Yeah, look, I'm like, you gotta understand this him, this guy right here. He's kind of like one of, cause he doesn't. Let me just let him go.
Living and working in Hollywood, I had a job working with Mark
Look,
Burnett,
look,
of The Voice,
look,
Celebrity Apprentice,
look.
Survivor,
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Look,
So he was doing those projects.
He's been around. You see what I mean? Like this guy has been around way before there was ever a Charlie Kirk. Way before there was ever a Turning Point.
Then at some point he got into faith-based content.
See what? Look. Oh, and then some way, somehow, no. What happened?
Was
faith-based content.
To the deep end of, one day we would be at Jimmy Kimmel, or we'd be, at one of the nightly shows, and then we would go to CNN, and then we go to Fox, and then we'd be at a church. Mark's
all over the place.
A guy named Johnny Moore at the time started a PR company.
Johnny Moore, look, he's dropping names, so pay attention.
Started with him.
Mark who? Burnett.
I wanted to write screenplays. Actually,
He all over the place.
Thing, my head was still very much in that space, and I wanted to make content. And so I kind of refused, and then he said, why don't you just work a couple days a week, help me get this thing off the ground, and then you can do your own thing. And along the way, we started bringing on conservative clients.
Look.
So So he's working with people,
Mm-hmm.
and he says they start bringing on
Conservative
clients.
clients.
Listen to the list of
Exactly.
people he names.
Mm-hmm. Watch
And
them.
see what they have in common in your mind.
Look.
And then I'll tell you my impression after he lists them. But as he's listing these
Mm-hmm.
conservative clients
Mm-hmm.
that Johnny Moore is bringing on this
Mm-hmm.
newly formed company, that
Johnny.
Andrew's
What I
working on.
said his name was? Did I say Johnny? I heard Jesse. Thinking about Jesse on fire. It was Johnny. I'm trying to get it together.
Working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this list of people and tell
Mm-hmm.
me if there's a common thread running through these people.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Ended up, PragerU was one of those clients. We ended up bringing on The Blaze as a client.
The Blaze and PragerU. No, we all have seen a PragerU commercial, but we had no idea Candace
PragerU
was
and The Blaze.
Look, just them two alone.
Does anybody know what they have in common?
Something about Bear.
PragerU and The Blaze are big Mike Huckabee fans, if that tells you what
Mike
they
Huckabee.
have in common. Huge into Huckabee.
Mm-hmm.
Big Huckabites.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, Charlie came across the path of Johnny in Southern Florida at some event and said, "Hey, you should look into this guy. He's young, but I think he's got a lot of energy. You should contact. Here's his email." So
Now you just randomly giving out people email. Oh, I met him here. Email him. Sir, I met you. Why are you forwarding my email to other random people that I don't even know?
So Johnny runs across Charlie at
At
an
an
event.
event,
He hears Charlie speaking.
Yep,
He
like
runs
it's
into him at a
energy,
social event. I'm not
for
sure
sure.
what. But he takes a liking to him.
For sure, because it's Charlie Kirk.
Now, keep in mind of when this is. This is pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
This is pre-Erica.
Mm-mm.
Or maybe Erica's just entered the picture. They're not married yet. They have no kids.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny runs into Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
and he reaches out to Andrew and says, "You need to contact this guy.
Look.
You need to get in touch with him. You need to
Look.
bring him into the fold." What fold?
Mm-mm.
The Blaze fold?
Mm.
The PragerU fold?
Uh-oh.
The people who love our greatest ally. You need to bring him into the fold. This guy's got a following. He's got energy. He's got money.
Mm.
You need to get in touch with this guy. How does that go?
I reached out to him.
I'm just trying to figure out, how is Jesse convincing people that Charlie is still alive? We'll get
Said,
there.
"Hey, we
Maybe.
need to talk about maybe working with you." He basically ghosted, for a while.
He
Ooh.
wasn't interested.
Ooh.
No, thank you, Mr. Colvin.
See what I mean? Because I'm like, sir, you're not supposed to have my email because I didn't give it to you.
Appreciate your offer, but no thanks. Did Andrew give up?
No. Persistent.
You know,
huh?
when Mrs. Coleman, when I first approached her, much like Andrew was approaching Charlie, only romantically, not for work.
Mm-mm.
She also was not amused with your humble host, but I did not give up.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes that's what it takes. And you'll be shocked to learn how this ends.
And
Ooh.
eventually he had some news story that he tried to handle on his own that didn't go so well, and kind of blew up. And then he called me. Got to work with him via the agency for about a year, and then he basically said, "Hey, I like you. I'll be your first client, and I also want to start a podcast, and I want you to help me do that."
So what you have is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Andrew Colvett
Come
would
on.
not know who Charlie Kirk is.
If
but
it wasn't for
Moore
Johnny,
spotting Charlie Kirk and saying, "This is a guy we need. We need
Mm.
him on the team."
Mm.
And sometimes all you gotta do is plant seeds.
Mm.
This is what we do. We're pros. We're good at it.
Mm.
We're professionals.
Mm-mm.
We've got people like the Blaze, people
Ooh.
like PragerU. We can help you.
Mm.
This is a well-known tactic. When you want to control somebody.
Uh-oh.
You want to control somebody, you come in and you offer them something.
Of course. Okay.
Maybe you offer to work at a reduced rate. Maybe you offer to make their life a little easier.
Mm.
But it planted a seed, and that seed germinated because eventually Charlie comes across a problem and says, "Oh, I need to call that guy that I was talking to." What was
That
his
kept
name? Oh,
harassing
Colvin.
me.
I need to call Colvin.
Right.
He needs to help me out with it. Now, again, we're just getting Colvin's side of it. Charlie's not available.
Mm.
can't
To
hear you
get
out
his
his
side. Right.
Charlie may have said, no, Coleman called me 73 times. I don't know. But when I heard him say all this, I thought, boy, this sounds like he was pursued. Like these guys are trying to handle him. Like they realize he's got enough of a following.
Influence.
That they don't want him to be a loose cannon out on his own. They want to make sure they can kind of control the message, handle the message, put messages in, and shape Charlie into a different creature. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We're skipping forward about 6 minutes. So if you're following along at home and you're watching that interview, or you want to go back and watch the rest of it, there's other stuff in there. But I think I've got most of the good stuff in my clip. So we'll fast forward about 6 minutes.
Okay.
Now they're going to talk about what was the day of the Big Bang like for you? What did you do in the day leading up? What did you do on the day of? Tell me how it affected you. It's a very interesting discussion.
No. If you don't mind, can you just say something about what the day itself was like for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It can be brief.
Yeah, I know. It's so the day before, actually, I had booked an interview for him that he was not super pleased that I booked for him, but there was a good reason for doing it. But he was like, you know what, I'm tired now, and I want to focus on the tour tomorrow. So you're gonna guest host the show tomorrow.
Okay, this is interesting to me. This I book noted this in my mind.
So you book an interview for him that he wasn't too pleased about because he had just got back from Korea. And so he's tired, but you booked him an interview.
Research to put together and figure out what the hell he was talking about.
Right. What interview was that he booked?
Our handler here, Andrew.
Yeah.
The guy who pursued Charlie.
Sure. What was the interview?
The guy who
look at comparing.
The guy who discovered Charlie
Exactly.
in South Florida at
Sure.
some event.
Yeah.
And the guys got together and said, we need to control this guy. We gotta get in front of this guy.
Sure.
Andrew says the day before he passes away,
he had booked him an interview.
he booked an interview.
Which
Charlie wasn't happy about.
Where was it? Who was it?
Well, Daisy goes off and does Daisy. She looks up every interview.
Oh shit. Who the hell is Daisy?
Charlie Kirk had the day before and identified with near certainty
Oh,
what exactly was the interview
that was booked.
that Charlie Kirk wasn't happy about.
Okay, and which was
when you
who
see
was
it,
it?
you're gonna go, oh, yeah,
That makes sense.
I guarantee you, he wasn't happy about it. I'll play a clip of that interview now, if you guys don't mind. It's pretty fascinating.
Who? Go ahead,
It's
Bear.
pretty fascinating. You guys remember this interview? The eyebrow interview?
Oh Jesus! No way. Not fucking being Shapiro. No way. This can't be real. This can't be real. My spirit is telling me that this can't be real. My discernment is telling me that this can't be real. This can't be real, right?
You guys remember when those caterpillars went flying up his forehead? I do.
Not caterpillars.
I'll play that part right here.
It's very important for our audience to hear this, though, because there is an incessant campaign. And one thing a friend said to me, interestingly, which is, okay, Charlie, we push back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, so maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question.
I think we know the answer to that.
Well, that maybe we shouldn't believe.
Look at those babies! Those are amazing! Those are great eyebrows, and they're high. They're very high on the forehead.
They look threaded and blended in.
They just
They
went
look
right
like they
up.
shaved in a little bit.
Why would Charlie not have wanted to do this interview?
Exactly.
If you've not seen the interview, it's fantastic. I can play another minute or so and give you a
I
nice
have
feel.
not,
But why
of
would Charlie
course.
not have wanted to do this interview? Could it be
About
because he was
Israel.
texting Andrew Colvin and Dan Flood pretty much on this day, September 9th, saying, they're trying to kill
They're
me.
trying to kill me.
These people are going to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are people who want to kill me. And Andrew, you know who they are. It's not.
So then that means that she got his phone, right? So then we know who they were. If she got his phone, she has access to his messages. That means that we... Oh, I know. Listen, I didn't get a nap, for one. And then for two, I just took a random trip to Walmart. I know. I'm trying to learn how to be an efficient adult, efficient parent as well. And so if I put everybody to sleep, why are you trying to put this charger in? If I put it, I don't know why I was trying to put that charger in there. That I'm telling you, it's sometimes you gotta hit up Walmart and Kroger and Publix, you know, before they close. They close at 10. You put everybody to bed at 7:30. You got time. I'm just saying, you be having time. And Madison and Madeline, they ended up going with me. I should have took some pictures and some videos while we was there. They were so excited. Oh my God. She got his phone.
Brown people.
She got his phone. Look at Baron. Where are your eyebrows? Speaking of, sir. Speaking of, what the hell are your eyebrows at?
Andrew was aware of the text thread.
Where the hell is Baron's eyebrows at? Or am I tripping?
I've left no
I know
choice.
damn well he ain't sitting here talking about somebody's eyebrows and he don't even have any. What?
Leave the pro-Israel cause.
Right.
Andrew was aware of it. Yet he books this interview. And then he's trying to, now he was mad at me about doing that too. He books this interview. It's insane to
It's
me.
disrespectful.
It's absolutely insane to me when you put it all together in the timeline. Again, you got to get back to the basics.
Right.
You have to strip away everything you think you know about the Charlie Kirk.
I don't know shit.
You have to pull it all away.
And start over from scratch damn near every day.
And you got to go back.
Every damn day. It'd be some new shit.
And look at the peepers.
And look at them damn eyebrows. They look a fucking mess.
Look at his peepers and the peeper covers. Look at those curtains.
Oh my God.
Everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
Look at Ben's face.
It's just
face.
hate.
Andrew booked this interview knowing everything else that was going on in Charlie's life. Every other single thing going on in Charlie's life, Andrew was aware of. At one point, he calls him one of his best friends, his business partner. He acts like they were, thick as thieves. He's aware of the text message.
I'm just disgusted. Especially when you bring on that doggone Ben. Ugh. Let me see what's going on with Nicholas Rossi. Ooh, 51 minutes. My goodness. Come on, play. Because I'm going to probably have to speed him up for 51. So I can get on up out of here. I gotta keep some momentum for tomorrow.
How are you? How you doing, Nick?
I'm not doing a FaceTime call with someone I don't know.
Ooh.
He's calling you Nick. This is a man who knew Nicholas Rossi for 21 years.
Nick, you know the two tattoos on your arm, each arm?
I've lost all trust in you.
Ooh.
In fact, this is not okay.
How are you? Picture this, big dog. You just woke up. and something is immediately wrong. You're groggy, you're confused, you're in an unfamiliar place. Your head stuffed with wet cement.
What happened?
There's this beeping noise, right? Slow, mechanical, relentless. You've no idea, where you were or how long it's been since you blacked out. The last thing you do remember before it all went dark was struggling
to breathe.
And you're told you are lucky to be alive.
What happened?
Then they tell you something else.
What?
Police were waiting for you to wake up. You were in a coma due to COVID. But now investigators from thousands of miles away are saying you did some of the most horrific and atrocious things imaginable. Crimes committed years ago. Crimes that destroyed lives. This is the story of what happened to a man named Arthur Knight, who awoke in a hospital in Glasgow, Scotland. He awoke to FBI agents claiming he had committed numerous horrifying crimes back in the United States years previous. Arthur, just out of a coma, was claiming, "You've got the wrong guy." The FBI were saying, "Nah, we really don't actually. And by the way, you're not Arthur Knight, because there is no Arthur Knight. Your name is Nicholas Alaverdian, aka Nicholas Rossi, and you're from Providence, Rhode Island. A convicted sex offender, a serial predator, a con artist, a man who, once he felt the noose tightening back in the United States, he faked his own death and fled to Europe." Arthur's response to all this? Bullshit.
Who are you? I am Arthur Knight, and this is my wife, Miranda Knight. And unfortunately, there are those who are claim differently.
Are you Nicholas Rossi?
No.
Are you
That is
Nicholas
completely
Alaverdian?
Absolutely not. I nearly died. I nearly died, and we are
Calm down.
terrified. This
Calm
is a
down.
case of mistaken identity.
You say you've never been to the United States?
Never in my life.
Oh, that's a lie.
Is as wild as they come. It's got more twists and turns than you can possibly shake a stick at.
That's a lie.
Ain't no stick big enough other than the stick that's probably up inside Nicholas Alaverdian's, aka Nicholas Rossi's, aka Arthur Knight's ass.
I can't breathe. I can't walk. People say that's not. Let me try to stand up. Let me try to stand up. Exactly.
And what a character he is. Many characters, in fact. And also, folks, kind of trigger warning.
Spoiler
this story
alert.
involves, well, he's a serial predator, so a bit of
Trigger warning.
sexual assault. And by a bit, I mean a fair bit of sexual assault in this episode. That's a trigger for some of y'all. I'll catch it in the next one. But now, let's give this wild and wild's an understatement story a go.
It sounds a little interesting. What up, though? Are you finna come in here?
No.
Oh. Huh? Oh.
Before Nicholas Alaverdian became Arthur Knight, if they even are the same person, before the accents, before the aliases, the courtroom antics, the international manhunt, he was just a kid from Rhode Island.
Joanne helped Nicholas Alaverdian, who suffered from neglect as a youth and faced many challenges while in state custody. Now, Nicholas is a child advocate himself, thanks to his mentor.
She had the charisma of a stateswoman, but she also had the heart of a nurse or a doctor. She knew how to fix situations.
A rising star in Providence politics, a guy known by those he rubbed elbows with as a hard worker, a determined man, determined to help those most vulnerable in society, foster kids, kids with nowhere else to go. It was the late 2010s, and Nicholas Alaverdian had recently returned to his home state. And when it came to politics, you best believe old Nicholas, he was everywhere. He was the governor's office, the state house, the senate, all those other houses that because there's.
Can you slide that curtain back? Christian. He must have his headphones on. They were like, you couldn't get up and slide it back. I'm like, you the one fucking came and opened the curtain, you can close it back. just don't want all that light to be peeking through while people will sleep. Over here talking about he helping foster kids. Okay, sir. Okay.
Millions of them. Those things. He was if there was like decisions being made.
What did I do with that receipt? Somewhere.
Let's believe he was sticking his nugget. He was like a bat smell. He hung around, he palmed the flesh, he made connections.
So I think if we are to confront the pandemonium that consistently confronts the Department of Children, Youth and Families, we need to rely on experts. We have those experts, but those experts also need tools and resources.
One of the reasons Nicholas was so adamant about this crusade he was on to help kids, specifically foster kids, was that he himself had been through the system in Rhode Island.
Well,
And it was not peaches and cream, let me tell you that for free.
For sure.
In 2011, Nicholas had sued the Department of Children, Youth and Families in Rhode Island, claiming that he himself had been sexually and physically abused while he was in state custody as a minor himself.
Alleges he was physically and sexually assaulted while he was moved in and out of some 20 group homes in 3 states.
Your worst nightmare, multiply it by 5,000. There were rapes, there were beatings.
Now, the state denied the claim, but they would settle out of court for $70,000. So it's a lot of money to be settling for if it didn't happen. He wrote a book titled Dreading and Hoping All. And folks, you're gonna love this. By the way, the book is sort of hilarious. It's also titled The Chronicles, Volume 1, because his life is just so fucking epic, lads. It needs multiple volumes. That probably gives you already just a bit of an insight into how old Nicky Boy thinks about himself. And he thinks bigly about number 1. Let me read out a little bit of the introduction to give you, a keen insight into the mind of this type. I'm very out for you. This is the first volume of a series of micro books I'm calling The Chronicles. In the pages and volumes that follow, I hope to share my experience for the benefit of various audiences and readers. This series has been in the planning stages for over 5 years. With each volume, you will most certainly want to read the next.
Okay.
Page turner is like some of what I write in the Orphan Chronicles will be entertaining. Some will make you cry. Some of it may bore you. Already there. You may learn a thing or two about a subject or topic. Some of it, perhaps this volume, may be written hastily so as to explain that abuse I suffered without putting me at risk of an increase in the amount of flashbacks and nightmares that I already experience on a daily basis. Warning.
Caesar Milan. Sit near daily, but I understand. Okay. Hey, trigger. Know your triggers. Know your triggers.
For many years, you, from the age of 14, at least till 18 or 19, you were under the care of the state of Rhode Island through the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. And you apparently had some really horrible experiences. Do you mind just generally summing up for us what it was like for those years that you were either a foster child or a ward of the state of Rhode Island?
Well, Joe, I think that there is no better word to use than pandemonium. It was just constant chaos.
He was smart, he was charismatic, and he was trying to protect the kids. What's not to like about him? Why don't you like him? To the outsiders, Nicholas Aliverdian looked like, a success story, right? A kid who'd been through hell, now standing at the podium demanding reform. So that was this crusader's life. Until the tragic announcement. Nicholas Aliverdian had been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and the prognosis was not looking good for old Nick.
Paul Sam Gary with the 8 o'clock WPRO News. Sad news to pass along. The voice you've heard on the air here on WPRO. Nicholas Aliverdian, he grew up in foster care here in Rhode Island. He sued DCYF and made it his mission to fight against what he described as abuses in the state's child care system. He has passed away from a long battle with cancer, leaving his wife and 2 children. Nicholas Aliverdian was 32.
Nick Aliverdian came into the public eye in 2002. The former House page and legislative aide said that while in the care of the Department for Children, Youth, and Families, he was shuttled among foster homes, placed in out-of-state facilities, subjected to assault and abuse. He sued the state. The lawsuit later settled, but he reached out earlier this year when he was diagnosed with late-stage cancer, prompting the introduction of a resolution to set up a House commission to investigate any unconstitutional or unethical treatment of children in state.
And just 2 months later, in February 2020, it was announced that Nicholas Alaverdian had passed away. There was even a memorial edition of his magnum opus, Nicholas Alaverdian, survivor of torture, Harvard scholar, child welfare advocate, 1987 to 2020. Gone, but not forgotten. His obituary reads like the martyr he is. Nicholas Alaverdian's battle for life ended on February 29, 2020. The children and families in the care of the Rhode Island Department of Children, Youth and Families, for whom he inspired and led through turbulent government transgressions, have lost a warrior that fought on the front lines for 2 decades. Listen up, civilians. He did 2 tours of Rhode Island local access talk shows. Mr. Alaverdian died 2 months after going public with his diagnosis of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was in his 32nd year. His last words were, "Fear not, and run toward the bliss of the sun." At the time of his passing, the room was filled with the sounds of the end credits for the 1997 film Contact by composer Alan Silvestri, a film and score which held special meaning for Mr. Alaverdian. There were even...
I'm trying to take it all in. You know, I'm trying to take it all in. 10 minutes in, and it's a lot to even digest for 10 minutes, Mike.
Remembrances in the State House for Nick. He was that notable and respected figure.
I remember Nicholas coming in here and advocating, and he certainly had his challenges in life, and he tried to fight through them all. His passing is very, very sad.
I guess I'm trying to gauge, because remember, this is supposed to be a death faked. So I'm like, okay. Okay.
May you rest in peace.
This was the death that was faked.
But as with everything in Nick's life, nothing was as it seemed.
Right, look.
Today's story is about a man thought to be...
Okay, NordVPN, go ahead. I got it. We get it. Get your ad. It just threw me off. Like, it just threw me off. Like, you know, because I'm trying to get through these 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, what, wait. It's a lot. I'm trying to keep up with the protagonist / antagonist at the same time, and all of a sudden he's here, but then now he's not, and Hodgkin's, what? Something. That was a lot. But then, of course, remember the introduction, he had said that he had faked his own death. And so I'm just trying to figure out, if you are someone who has been through the foster system with DCYF, or whatever, FC or something, whatever your acronym is, it's just throwing me off, because then you became an advocate, you sued them, and then you wrote a book, and you was talking about it, and then all of a sudden you become diagnosed with this disease, and then you pass away. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, why that disease and why now? But I'm just assuming that we'll probably get there. Like, you know, let me give him his thumbs up before I forget. I thought that I was subscribed to I might be subscribed on this channel and not on this channel. Just throw me for a loop. I can't, like, you gotta excuse me, because I'm over here struggling, so to speak. Like, wait. This is a death faked. Like, I couldn't even, I'm like, well, we know that that's not the end of the story. But at the same time, it's like, what was the point of faking? Oh, no, he got a whole nother ad. Come on, ma'am.
Nick had allegedly passed away in
Right.
Switzerland, and he was even.
Look.
There's actually two stories. One, he was buried in Switzerland. The other, his ashes were scattered out to sea.
Oh my
So
goodness.
already
If
we're
you're gonna fake a death, please cremate me. I was cremated. Ash to ash, dust to dust. Ain't no way.
what? Either of those suggestions is quite odd, given how passionate he was about his home state of Rhode
Rhode Island.
So there was no actual funeral in the United States.
Okay.
Then a woman claiming to be his wife, she
Uh-oh.
called a Catholic church
Oh.
in Providence. Nick was a devout Catholic,
Sure.
asking if the church could hold some kind of memorial for her deceased husband. And she had this big list of demands that she wanted at this memorial. It was
Demands?
the who's who, notable people in Rhode Island politics, former politicians, currently serving politicians. She wanted an orchestra there playing Bach, Mozart, all those sorts of lads. She wanted a big old deal, and the priest was like,
Not gonna happen.
I guess I'll get right on that. Till the priest, the father, he then, after receiving that call, he received another call saying, pump the brakes on holding a memorial for Nick. Because we're not sure he's dead, actually.
Who was that? Who called and said that? Who?
Nicholas Alverdian was born in the suburbs of Providence, Rhode Island in July 1987. Nick was the eldest of 3 kids, and he was a very happy, sweet kid in
Please tell us how he got into foster care, because I think that's a good segue.
Despite not being born into top-shelf circumstances.
Okay.
Nicholas's father, Jack, was mean, and I mean, really so. Fights and arguments were a staple of the Alaverdian household. Jack Alaverdian, he had numerous convictions for domestic assault, selling the devil's dandruff, and for violating protective orders. One of those protective orders
was
in
from
question
his
was
mom?
from Nicholas's mother, Jack's wife, Diana, who had taken the kids and fled because Jack was that much of a big old mean bastard. No doubt. Have a hard time caring for Nick and her other 2 kids. And Nick, at this stage, while he was a youth, he would end up spending time in care homes, as she would have to give up custody for periods of time. And it was around then, while in these care homes, Nick would later claim he was physically and sexually abused by other people in those homes. Diana would later remarry to a fella named David Rossi, who was an Engelbert Humperdinck impersonator. I don't even know if that's a real name, but he would sing in places like from smoky lounges to cruise ships. So he was all right at
singing.
Engelbert Humperdinck impersonator, but people probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. They married in 1996, but even before they did, young Nicholas, who had been such a sweet kid, he was 9 years old when they married. As a kid, he'd been very sweet, polite, lovely young fellow. By this age, he was a different child entirely. From a young age, Nick would be diagnosed with a series of behavioral and mental health issues, like serious emotional problems. He was impossible to manage, constantly demanding, and would constantly hit his mother. And when I say hit, I mean beat the ever-loving shit out of her.
I know that devil is a lie. I'm like, okay, you can be bad. You can be bad. Be bad. Okay, have all the behavior, mental issues that you want, but one thing you're not gonna do is put your hands on me now. That's I draw the line there. But my thing is, if he's been in and out of homes, care homes, and she should have had him in therapy. You know what I mean? Like, she should have.
And going forward, he's not really gonna change much, like at all. So look forward to that. Counseling, hospitals, been there, done that. Nothing seems to be making a difference.
I was just
no
making
matter
sure.
What the family did,
I was just
they
making sure.
could not get through in dealing with young Nick Alaverdian, Nick Rossi. He would definitively be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder.
At what age?
And made the entire family life at home like completely miserable for everybody around him.
At what age?
This would eventually lead to his mom kicking him out of the home once and for all.
There
And
we
it
go.
did.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how we got there. So you got your ass kicked out basically. Because well, we thought the therapy was gonna work. That didn't work. She got you a new stepdad, and I guess that didn't work either. And so, I guess you
Once again, go into the care of the state.
see
When
what
he
I
was a
mean?
teen, he got a job at the State House as a page. Basically like, just a little helper, assistant for politicians and so forth.
Ah,
Nick discovered his own passion.
yeah.
People listened to him.
Look, yeah.
He would
Check
tell
him out.
stories of how he had been a victim,
Mm-hmm.
of how he himself had been through the system, was currently in
Right.
the system, as eventually his mom sent him to live in a boys'
Right.
shelter. How
See?
he had been abused, and how he
Mhm.
did not want to see this happen to others. And he read everything.
Mm,
Bills, laws,
mm.
stuff that the other politicians couldn't be bothered or arsed
Mm.
to even read. He would spend long days at the State House before returning to the DCYF shelter, hoping for a bed for the night. And you can probably guess, he kept the stories of him beating the shit out of his mom, his siblings, his emotional problems. He kept those stories though. He kept them
Right.
close
We
to
ain't
the
gonna
chest.
tell
You
that.
don't need to know about how I
Right.
emotionally
Right.
A fun
Right.
little story is that at one point, a representative from Rhode Island named Brian Coogan, he worked with teenage Nick almost every single day. He got really, really close to Nick. He was looking out for him. He was sort of a mentor for young Nick Rossi. And he was so taken with young Nick, he actually offered to adopt him. He even started preparing the paperwork to formalize the adoption when a judge said to him, "So, I can't show you the files because they're sealed, but every single story Nick is telling you about stuff that's been done to him, he's doing to others. He will destroy your life if you adopt him. Don't trust
Wait,
him."
what?
And that was when Brian Coogan said, yeah. When he finally reached the age of 19 years old, Nicky aged out of the system and
Sure.
would go and live in Ohio and go to college over there.
The moment of
What
truth.
is going on? There's so much going on. I can't. I'm trying to puzzle it together. My head is just all over the place. This is not like Mike. They have it just the story all over the place. But I'm trying to keep up because there's so
When
much
Nick was
going
aging
on.
out of the system, when he was
Random
19
ass
years of age,
Brian
he was
Shaw.
sent to live with
Look,
a foster
look.
family in Ohio, Charles and Sharon Lane.
Why? I thought that he had aged out. Why are we still talking about foster homes if this guy is not 19? He should have been in transitional housing or something. He should have, like, what?
2008, began attending Sinclair Community College in
Okay,
Dayton,
college. Like, what?
There, a fellow student named Mary Grubitsky
Oh, Lord.
received a MySpace message from a guy named Nicholas saying he was
I know that. I know for a fact we ain't finna just bring up MySpace and then brush past it. I know for a fact we not finna do that. I know for a fact we not finna do that. We're not gonna bring up MySpace and be like, oh yeah, she got a message on MySpace. Anyway. Excuse me. We need to put a pin in that. We need to put a pin in MySpace, okay? Because let me tell you something. Shout out to, we wouldn't have no Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, no Snapchat, no Tinder, no Bumble. We wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for the OG MySpace. What? Did we even have YouTube back then? Man, y'all playing too much. Shout out to MySpace. Oh my God. Shout out to MySpace. Damn.
to the area and he wanted a friend. Mary clappy replied, she had a boyfriend, so if you're hitting on me, no thanks, pal. Well, if you're actually new to the area, you want to grab lunch, I'll show you around the college, yada, yada, yada.
Ma'am,
They
no.
met up. Mary and Nick, they met up, they had some grub, had lunch.
No,
Oh,
ma'am.
great. Mary would say Nick was very charming, very pleasant.
Of course he
As lunch came
was.
to an end,
Look.
Nick asked Mary to walk with him to his next class, which was in the basement of one of the college buildings. Mary said, sure, it's a busy college campus, right? Yeah, I'll walk
What
you
you
there, we're having a
walking
good time. So
him
Mary
to
didn't think
class
anything
for?
of
That's the
going into
opposite.
this remote stairwell, this remote hallway in the basement of one of the college buildings.
She know
She was
better.
going there with more or less a complete stranger, and it was there he changed completely. Because Mary realized there was no class scheduled. Once they reached the quiet hallway, he pinned her against the wall and started putting his hands all over her. Up her shirt, he took off her pants. Mary just froze. She
Not
was in
took
shock,
off your
with Nick
pants.
saying, I'm almost done, don't be a bitch. When it was her finally over, Mary couldn't even process what happened. She just calmly walked to her next class, where she had a test. When that class was over, she walked out of the classroom, and Nick was there, waiting for her. He was now apologizing profusely for what he had just done to her about an hour before. He was saying, I'm so sorry, please don't tell anybody, please don't tell anybody. I couldn't help myself, you're just so beautiful. Mary said, fuck off. She went straight to the college campus police. Now, initially, she was told by the prosecutor there wasn't enough to press charges against this Nick person. That was until the police also then spoke to Nick, and in his statement, he said Mary was the aggressor and she had attacked him, which was
Impossible.
so unlikely it was very much enough to call bullshit, especially because of the fact that only 2 weeks previous, still in Ohio, another woman had made a complaint about Nick being sexually assaulty and rapey. She just chose not to pursue it any further. Mary would pursue it further. The case ultimately went to trial with Nick pleading not guilty, and he was convicted of sexual imposition, and Nick now had to register as a sex offender. Nick actually showed up to sentencing with a cane, limping. Oh, I can barely walk. Which, his little strategy to, appear kind of weak and vulnerable, it actually worked. Because he got 0 prison time. He just had to pay money, court fees, and, he was labeled as a sex offender. Now, he did briefly try and get a retrial, reverse his conviction, because he said he found a MySpace post, which Mary posted, saying she was drunk and she did it, she was in love with Nick, and after he turned her down, she just accused him of, sexual assault. Nick showed up to the court with a printout of this MySpace posting. It could not be found online, and it was quickly determined that was a Photoshop. And so Nick then became a men's rights activist, as you know he would, penning what might be, this is hilarious, the funniest essay of all time, titled, My Personal 9/11. In this essay, he accuses Mary. Folks, listen up.
Not your personal. First of all, as somebody who is very traumatized by 9/11, sir, please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm talking about I celebrate 9/11 religiously every year. Don't do that. I write a personalized note to the school every year. Excuse me. In observance of 9/11, we will not be here. We ain't logging in. None of that. And we go through it every year. Every year. So as for somebody who is deeply traumatized, don't do that. Please don't do that. Like, please don't disrespect that 9/11. Because it was very traumatizing. And it's only traumatizing in hindsight. You got to understand, 5th grade, we don't know what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. We have no idea what a terrorist attack is. What, Miss House, what is that? Because, like, you're saying terrorist attack, but I don't know what that is. And Miss House got so irritated with me because I'm like, I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what's going on? Like, what that means? Like, what is a terrorist attack? Like, can you explain it? She got so irritated.
Goddamn terrorist.
Shout out to Miss House. I love you. Oh, I love that Miss House. Tracy.
My life and freedom has been under attack
Look,
since
he
January
named this shit
2008,
my personal.
when the assault happened. It was then that Mary Grubinski falsely accused me of sexual assault when we merely shared a consensual kiss in a community college hallway. Her motivation for inflicting such a deliberate terroristic act upon me.
So you're calling a kiss a terroristic attack? What was he diagnosed with again? Narcissistic? Bingo. Just making sure that we get to see it in real time. We have evidence to back it up. Because if you can compare a kiss to a terroristic attack, sir, that's narcissistic personality disorder. Confirmed. Confirmed. Ooh, my spirit. That discernment is hitting heavy on me. But
Her
let him
relationship
finish.
with her then boyfriend, X, a firefighter who was informed of our date. I am the victim, and Mary Grabinski is the perpetrator. I am victimized every day of my life. I have spent the majority
He
of
only
that
victimized because he know he got that registration.
trying to make the world a better place, lobbying for foster care reform, universal health care, educational system improvements, and other causes. My life has effectively been ended by Mary's evil act of terror. Understandably, my comparison of Mary's acts to the acts of 9/11 terrorists may be unpopular, but I feel entitled to take poetic license to describe the living hell that Mary's terrorist act upon me has caused.
Say it again. Say terroristic attack one more time. I want you to say it again. just say it again. I'm gonna make my blood boil. And then the fact that he's trying to flip this on her it really has my mind blown. Like the fact that he's trying to flip this on her. You assaulted her, but now you can't even fathom the fact that like she told on you, you know what I mean? Like she took it all the way through and boom, you gotta register. And so, consequences. Sir. Oh, that narcissistic personality disorder is just, it has so many layers to it, but to be able to like see it to the point to whereas he didn't wrote a letter and he's like, this is my personal 9/11. Sir, it was people jumping out the building. They would rather jump out the building than to have that building collapse on them. They would rather jump out of that building. People lost family members, moms, daughters, sisters, aunt, brothers, cousins. We lost firefighters that day. It was so much going on. And the fact that you could just try to use that to, it's a special place in hell for you.
He's smarter than everybody else around him.
Because I don't play about that 9/11. And then the fact that now we got to do 9/10, and 9/11. Fooling with Charlie. And what they did to him. It's not right. Y'all know it's not right. Especially with what they did to Charlie. And so just shut the whole week down. Just, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. It'd be like, look like a little 3-day, 4-day weekend or something. Because obviously 9/11 wasn't good enough. Ooh, let's do 9. Just go.
Rules of law, rules of morality. You must be joking. They don't apply to him. They apply to you, and they apply to me.
Such a fucking narcissist. It's just disgusting.
In 2006 and
Look.
2007, he
Look.
had already been accused of rape.
Mhm.
Neither, though, led to a arrest or conviction.
See
and
what
then
I mean?
in August and September of 2008,
Mhm.
he was accused again and again. After his time in Sinclair Community College.
See what I mean? Like, you you're escalating because, oh, they ain't gonna tell. Oh, they ain't gonna tell. But then as soon as Mary told, now it's, sir, boundaries, boundaries.
He did briefly attend Harvard University in Cambridge, but the university eventually withdrew him from the course he was attending in Harvard because he failed to disclose he was a
sex offender.
Well, convicted sex offender. Though he would later repeatedly refer to himself as a Harvard scholar, like he did in the frickin' book.
Right.
It really never stopped. Between July 2010 and May 2011, he was back in his hometown of Providence. And during that time, 4 women, including a woman he had been briefly married to, came forward filing complaints against him, from sexual assault to theft. One woman, this guy's such a pathetic worm, she said she had dinner with him. They went back to his place. He repeatedly said, "May I have some sex, please?" She said no, repeatedly, and then he eventually stopped her from leaving, forced her to give him $200, and then made her film a video in which she stated she could not pursue legal action against him because those $200 were for Nick's therapy for sex addiction, as I said.
Well, we finally have a confession. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. See, that wasn't so hard now, was it? You're a sex addict. Gotcha. See, that wasn't so hard. You know they have prostitutes for things like that. Just saying.
He was briefly married in Rhode Island. I mean, literal.
But you gotta pay to play. And obviously you broke, so bummer. So you gotta use your charm and your charisma, and then you gotta attack people and don't tell nobody.
After they wed, the police would show up to their apartment. Due to reports about domestic abuse, the police would show up. She had marks all over her. Nick did not go quietly.
Look, he got marks all over him.
Banging his head off the wall. Police had to use pepper spray to get him into the police cruiser. In 2015, he moved back to Dayton, Ohio for a time. He was staying with the Lane family, who were his foster family back then. And then he married a woman named Catherine.
Catherine. Hello,
Literally
Katie.
the day after their wedding, he began beating her.
Oh, like father, like son. Yay. Oh, those apples, honey, they do not, child, I'm talking about when they fall, honey, the limb be so low on the tree, honey, man.
Why I get triggered.
Like father, like son. We should have seen that.
Give me your phone. Stop ignoring me! What are you doing? I'm getting out of this negative atmosphere.
Out of this negative ass atmosphere. Thank you for calling it out. Thank you for recording it. Getting out of this negative ass atmosphere.
Police would be called, Nick would be arrested, Catherine informed, oh, by the way, you won't believe it. He's a sex offender, a registered sex offender.
Why the fuck you married him, Catherine?
When Catherine would confront Nick about
finding out
that, she would be told, oh, she's just some crazy woman. She was insane and she accused me, but I didn't do anything.
Right.
I think she found that story of her brand new husband, who she barely knew, now being a predator. She found that story probably quite dubious when she once discovered in their now shared home that he had a whole binder. In the binder, he was cataloging female students at various universities that he had been to. He was keeping tabs on young women. Nick then basically made Catherine stay at home at all times while he spent all of her money. Like, all her money. Lavish dinners, clothes, 5-star hotels, the works. He did at one point set up a non-profit that was supposedly designed to revitalize downtown Dayton, Ohio. Of course, any of the donations it got, Nick said, I'll have a bit of that. Money me, my money now. This non-profit Nick set up in Dayton, it also offered scholarships like, thousands of dollars to students if you applied for scholarships. To apply for scholarships, you had to pay about $30. That's how much the application costs. There, of course, was no scholarships. Ultimately, Nick ripped off his second wife to the tune of about $55,000 before she found the courage to leave his ass. Soon after, though, Nick would be investigated for even bigger crimes. Remember that foster family I mentioned a couple of times? Charles and Sharon Lane, who Nick had been sent to
They
live
Ohio.
with in Ohio
Yep.
after he aged out of the foster system.
Right.
Well, they began to get letters. A couple of letters. See, Nick remained close with them. He would visit them from time to time.
Didn't he need an address to register?
But they
Hold
would
on.
soon learn those visits weren't out of the kindness of his heart, or
Right.
because he wanted to remain close to them, or wanted to have some kind of, relationship with them.
Right.
Nah. Nick, it turned out, what a fella. He had taken out over 22 credit cards in his foster parents' name, and they were now in debt. Over $200,000.
How? When you was stealing money from Catherine? I don't understand. And you stealing money from the non-profit organization. I'm confused.
Fair for you, Bob, all right. The FBI were now looking into him
Good.
for that, and they were looking into him for not notifying the state of a change of address.
Oh, you listen. You better go over there and ask Nicki Minaj. I'm like, excuse me, we need an address for these sex offenders. Sorry. I'm like, bummer.
As a registered sex offender,
Address.
he had to do.
Address.
He also discovered that Nick's name began popping up for more sexual assaults. There was, and unfortunately likely still is, a backlog of those, DNA test kits. So crimes Nick had done years and years previous, they were only testing the DNA now. And Nick's name was only popping up now years later.
Look.
Rapes in Ohio
Look.
and Utah.
89.
And so, ding ding, motherfucker. All this while,
Okay,
Nick
Mike.
was now back in Rhode Island.
Who is that? Ain't that Mike Pence? I know a little something, something. That look like Mike. That child, that look like Mike. Well, I don't know. It's giving Mike Pence, but I don't know.
Ding champion. But when police went to try and find
I don't
him
know
in
them.
2017,
I don't know them. I don't know them.
U.S. Marshals began to hunt for Nicholas Halliburton on charges of rape and of fraud and of theft. But the trail went
was that?
cold when they found he had gotten a one-way ticket leaving New York to go to Dublin, Ireland.
Ooh.
This was in June 2017,
Ooh.
and he had not returned to the United States since. By the time he fled America in June 2017, he was on one hand a respected figure in Rhode Island politics, a hero of the system, helping foster children and people in need. On the other hand, he was a secret predator who went after women one after another, from Rhode Island to Ohio. He had 2 ex-wives, both of whom had restraining orders against him. He was a convicted sex offender and a fraudster. While here, Nick continued to post and write about the issues he claimed he so cared about, which now just seemed like a mask to hide what he really wanted to do, which was attack women. Nick would say the reason he had left America in 2017 was due to threats he'd received due to his work, his tireless work, to reform the Department of Children, Youth, and Families.
He's still
They
using
were
that
together,
excuse?
he had to go. Not crimes he committed. No, America just wasn't safe, for Nick anymore. And so folk back in New England, they began to, they received calls from Canada, from Germany, Switzerland, England, Ireland, Russia, all of these countries, with the voice on the other end of the line getting raspier and raspier until February 2020. He's fucking dead. The police, both the FBI and Rhode Island State Police, who had been investigating him, well, alarm bells went off when they heard he had kicked the bucket. They began calling numerous countries in Europe, not just Switzerland, but everywhere they heard he had been living in, asking for proof of death certificates, anything, and
something.
Nothing. No country or authority could confirm that Nicholas Alibertian, Nicholas Rossi, was dead. It was a joke. They had one lead to try and track him down. It was his IP address. Every time Nick had been sending an email, it led, to an IP address. But Nick always used a VPN, so it never actually said where he literally was. For years, ever since he moved to Europe, he had been using VPNs, so I guess he knew that people could track him due to his IP address, and he was on the run. That was till one time he didn't use it. I mean, folks, here, listen. I know you know I'm always shilling VPNs, but they actually can come in handy every once in a while. They finally were able to track him down in December 2021.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Mike and this red eyebrow. Like, I'm just staring at it. Like, I'm literally staring at it because I'm like, why is your eyebrow red? Let me get my screen back. It was just something that I noticed. I mean, if you can look, you can just see it. Like, it's just red. And this is not, you know, like he got punched in the eyebrow. It's a weird place but anyway, let him finish.
2 years.
You don't see it. Like, it's on the eye and everything. I mean, it's not under the eye, but like, it's like here and here.
After Nick died.
See? And then it looked like this is like swollen up here too. Like, you can kind of see like a little.
Why are you not getting powerful?
It was just something that I noticed. Just like I had noticed that I kept losing subscribers. When I tell you, it just hurt my spirit so bad because we just try so hard over here on YouTube. It's so
when
hard.
Authorities finally caught up with him, he was in the intensive care unit at a hospital in
How the authorities caught up with you, but you dead? What?
Glasgow, Scotland. A severe case of COVID had landed him on a
Close your mouth.
ventilator and into a coma for a time.
Close your damn mouth.
The FBI, along with Scottish...
That's what I don't understand. Like, you fake your death and then you got caught. And then you in a coma.
And Interpol, they went to the hospital he was in to confirm
Yeah.
and identify that this was Nicholas Alaverdi.
Sure.
They identified him through his shitty ass tattoos.
Shitty ass tattoos.
Except when Nicholas was finally able to speak.
Right. Here
he
you go.
wasn't Nick.
Look.
He didn't know who they were talking about. He was Arthur Knight. He never even visited the United
I don't
States.
even know who the fuck Arthur Knight is, sir. Don't start that shit. Look, and we know who you are. It's you. Look at them teeth.
Target 12 was obtained.
Okay, pink dress. Okay, hot pink. Girl, stop playing with that dress.
Weeks ago, Alaverdian was hospitalized with COVID in Scotland. Utah County Attorney David Levitt says police in the U.S. sent pictures to authorities in Scotland, and hospital staff confirmed they had their guy.
You know, he's gone to great lengths to hide his whereabouts, and he went to great lengths, I believe, to get out of the hospital in Scotland, so far as even trying to hire a private ambulance to be able to get away.
And so the battle began. Who was Arthur Knight?
Right.
He claims to be an Irish orphan who had moved to London as a
Orphan.
teenager and now
Here we
worked
go.
in marketing and PR.
Oh.
He had never visited the United States in his life.
Out on bail, awaiting his next extradition hearing. Who are you?
I am Arthur Knight, and this is my wife, Miranda Knight, and
Look at them eyes. Every time they dart over to the side, just count how many. Not when he looking at her. When they, you know, just that's one.
there are days you were dying differently.
Are you Nicholas Rossi?
That's two.
Are you Nicholas Alaverdian?
Absolutely not.
Miranda, who claimed she married
Look.
her husband in Bristol 2 years ago,
Look.
says she was there when Police Scotland arrested her husband in hospital as he recovered from COVID. Arrived
Look.
to court for bail hearings there in a wheelchair, an oxygen
And you gotta roll the tank.
dawn.
Luckily, he got a little electric one. Cause trying to push that wheelchair and that tank at the same time. Look at him with this binder.
This interview at their Glasgow home.
I nearly died.
Calm down. Don't start. Don't start. I'm trying to put on this motherfucking show. Excuse my language.
I nearly died.
I'm working on it.
We are.
Who is we? Ooh,
Might be a flight risk if I could even
What they say, to death do us part, right?
The electric wheelchair.
Look how he just trying to fall into it. Sit up.
Prop. There's no faking of this illness.
This is a case.
You can't tell me. You better go over there and ask Jip. What she did to her mama was unforgivable.
Of mistaken identity.
You say you've never been to the United States?
Oh, there we go. There go 2, 3. I think we're on 3. That might have been 4. There it is. Look. Check at the eyes.
You claimed in court you were identified from tattoos.
Ah, there goes 6. 7. Ooh, they staring off now. 8, 9, 10. 11. 12, 13, 14. 15, 16. Child, he just closed his eyes at that point. He was like, you know what, don't worry about it. I'm just lying my ass off. Now just let me close my eyes.
In this interview with a US network, he did agree to roll up one sleeve.
One sleeve. What the other one at?
And have you had any tattoos removed?
Uh-oh.
The man wanted in America to face a rape charge is known to have multiple tattoos.
He's done quite a masterful job of hiding himself from the law.
Yeah, as I said, the more things change,
They got all that makeup and stuff to cover it. But anyway.
the more they stay the same. After he fled the United States,
Mhm.
he flew from New York to Dublin,
Dublin,
Ireland,
Ireland.
and then he went to Essex, England.
Oh.
There, he entered into a relationship with a woman, a relationship that once again ultimately ended with an accusation of rape. He also, somehow, using the name
He
Nicholas
just can't
Knight
have it.
Brown, managed to con a Canadian TV personality out of $20,000.
How?
Look.
Look.
Sika Antipas, a lifestyle writer, TV host, she wanted to expand her food business into the United Kingdom. She found Nick online, who was claiming to be this marketing guru in England, and so they started working together to bring her food products to the United Kingdom. She sent him $40,000
For marketing?
Did he do any work for her? He didn't me bollocks. She realized he was full of shit. He then began threatening her, saying he would call out her business as a scam, a business he didn't do anything for.
Look, you know that narcissist, he do it every time. He do it every time. He do it every time. He got to flip the script on you. Ooh.
Arthur married again, this time to an English woman,
Where he be finding these vulnerable women at?
Miranda Knight. They married in 2020.
And that's where he get the night
Stand
from.
by her man throughout it
Oh,
all.
her.
The couple eventually moved to Glasgow, and Arthur claims to be a university professor.
After so many years, I know him inside out.
Inside out. Ma'am, you're pushing it. Inside out is just absurd.
My husband does not have tendencies as a rapist.
Oh. Oh. So you know rapist tendencies. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're confessing to? Because you know that he don't have it, so that means that you must know what those tendencies are. I know for a fact he ain't got none of that. Don't try him like that. Don't try us. Don't try us. Because he ain't got no rape tendencies. What's wrong with y'all? He don't do that. Beach, go sit down.
Going to be needing a very large team on the pitch to try to say that I am a rapist.
A very large team, sir. We got the survivors. We don't need a team. I mean, we can get a group. We can get a couple. We can get a few. But we don't need a team.
Not only are we terrified because this is a vicious lie, but we are also incredibly disgusted by the fact that we now have to live our lives in a secretive way because my wife can't even walk down the pavement to get a pint of milk.
Some people would say you're saying it a secretive way, but you're now speaking to various media outlets, including us, Why? What is the purpose then of this
The
interview?
truth needs to be known.
Yeah, he disguised himself, knowing full well there were warrants for his arrest back in the United States of America. And he disguised himself in the way that you think he would, because he, of course, is
The name,
smarter
yeah,
than everybody
everybody.
else. Hide?
No,
Get it.
right,
Hide
reverse
in plain
psychology,
sight
yeah.
by being the most, like, stick out like a sore thumb person who ever existed.
And you know he has to fake the illness. You know, that's a part of the ruse. That's a part of the cover up. You gotta have that illness, that ailment, so to speak. You know, that physical ailment, whatever it is. Like, you gotta have that to sell it. He already tried that with the cane.
He wore bow ties, he spoke with an English accent, even though he claims to be Irish. Guess he just gave up on that one. His neighbors have revealed they knew him as Arthur Knight, an affable academic with a penchant for Panama hats, politics, and malt whiskey. They describe him as an eccentric dandy who spoke with an upper-class English accent and attempted to stand out from the crowd despite being wanted by Interpol and the FBI. And neighbors said Arthur often used to wear a Panama hat and pinstriped shirts. He had dyed, highlighted blonde hair and a matching blonde mustache. He had obviously put a bit of work into disguising his appearance. For someone who was on the run, he really liked to draw attention to himself.
Because he's a narcissist. He can't help it.
He was vehemently denying that he was Nicholas Alberti.
He can't
was
help
Arthur
it.
Knight. He made bail and decided the best thing to do, get public opinion on your side. Don't hide. Be out in front of the cameras. All of this had hilarious results.
Of course. Of course. I can't wait to laugh. Giggle, chuckle, something. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. Because this right here is next level.
Those photographs.
Handprints. Oh, I thought that was Pierce. I'm sorry. I like that little microphone.
The likeness to yourself.
I like that mic. Look how she, look how she looking.
The United States. Yeah. You have a scar in the same place.
Ooh, look how she looking. It's the realization for me. Blazer. It's the realization. Fingerprints, DNA, same. Let me. That's cool. I'm finna go ahead and wrap it up. Because now he gone. How much time I got left? 10 minutes. Let me just go get him. Give me a second. I'm gonna go and get him. Because I know you probably want to see him. If I ain't got but 10 minutes, he's so damn loud. Let me get him. I was trying to give you some time, Miss Lady. Yes, I'm up here. Cover that up. Cover up. I can cut it down a little bit. Because it's bright. You get some rest. Hold on, because we got a lot of weight in this chair. Let me cover up. I should have cut the heater on while I walk past. Hold on. Let me just cover you up. So you're just gonna pee on me. Okay. Okay. I you didn't have to call me to pee on me. You didn't have to call me. And you could have waited until I at least closed the blanket up before you just start peeing on people. Loud. Now you only got one blanket instead of two. Let me close you up. Because you can't be coming on here with all that business out and stuff. And we trying to finish with Mike. I should have sped him up. We need to see what happened. I got my glasses on. What's the problem? You don't like? Try that light be in my eyes. Okay, but look, if you look over there, you ain't got to be worried about me. Yeah, see? Hey. Oh my goodness, that's a cool one. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? If they bothering you that bad, I'll take them off. It's no issue with me. I could take them off. Now you had two blankets. Let me see if I see another one closer by. I don't. I had to clean up your spot. You the one. Man, let me finish mine. I'm not finished. Straighten your legs up. Now my robe wet. I'm gonna have to wash it before tomorrow. Let me finish. I ain't got but 10 minutes. I don't have time to be talking to you. I took the glasses off. Look.
Prosecution narrative is that you are an alleged rapist. There are restraining orders, assaults, fraud, in a very
call them out.
Colourful criminal record.
Call them out.
Dangerous
to society.
Sexual predator.
Look.
Are you that man? Are you Nicholas Rossi?
I can veritably say that I have not ever once done any of the acts that you just described.
What? I tried to cover you up.
In Ireland, whether it was Northern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland,
I gotta put my leg up so you can sit on it. My robe wet, pissy wet now.
You cannot have a birth certificate in Ireland, and that you can't find, or rather, if you attempt to look for your birth cards, you are actually committing a criminal offence.
Do you see a similarity?
Do you?
The eyebrows are the same.
Oh. The nose.
I'm sorry.
The lips.
I don't know what I could do about my eyebrows.
Seriously, he did a lot, and I mean a lot of interviews, denying he was Nicholas, saying he didn't know what else he could do. He was Arthur. Who the fuck is Nicholas Alverdian? Never heard of him.
What do you say to someone who believes that you are Nicholas Alverdian?
I can't take the chat off. So.
I am not Nicholas Alverdian.
What do you say to people who say these are crocodile tears?
Ooh.
He's putting on a show. This is all an act.
Ooh.
Oh,
Was a simple old college professor with a penchant for neckerchiefs. He would hilariously attend all these court hearings looking pretty dapper in his wheelchair. And I mean, like, if you probably remember, pretending to be disabled had worked previously when he was initially convicted of being a, sex offender. When he came in with the cane and didn't get any prison time at all. So maybe he thought,
I don't have no snack.
It worked once.
But we can get a snack when Mike is done.
Meanwhile, in courts, they were trying to decide, was this actually Nick, or was this the wrong one? Was Arthur who he said he was?
I got some popcorn when I went to Walmart. Then, so.
A British citizen. He was born in Ireland. He's lived most of his life in England.
You see yourself? I can't take the chat off of the screen.
Not an American. He's
so you can see yourself.
He's not Nicholas Rossi or Nicholas Alverdian.
I can't take
it off. The tattoos were a big one. He had the exact same tattoos as Nicholas had. But Arthur was quick to say, I'm being franked. Those tattoos, they were put on me when I was in a coma in the hospital. That was about as believable as it sounds. And it went over like a lead balloon. Soon the judge was here to say, that just kind of sealed the deal. You were definitely Nicholas Alverdian.
Right.
You're the same guy. Nicholas Alverdian, Nicholas Rossi, Arthur Knight. Same person.
Right.
Now Miranda, she stood by her husband Arthur, saying
she's
he wasn't him. He was
delusional
he's not
as he
that
is.
monster in America.
Look.
She doesn't know who Nicholas Nicholas Alaverdian is, but he's
I'm
not her
almost
husband.
He
finished.
shows love, he shows
What?
patience.
What?
I never feel
I can speed up, Mike. I can speed up, Mike. Hold on, give me a second. I can speed him up. Let me see.
Well, wouldn't it soon be discovered that, remember the priest at the Catholic Church after
The priest.
died? He'd received
Yeah.
a call from a
Yeah.
woman claiming to be his wife
Yeah.
in Switzerland,
Yeah.
asking to do this memorial.
Yeah.
Well, Miranda Knight sounded a hell of a lot like that woman.
Oh my. So that means that you was in. Oh no. You. Oh.
Miranda Knight was claiming she didn't know who Nicholas Alaverdian was. Why was she calling a priest to try and organize a memorial for Nicholas Alaverdian?
Oh no. Why would you get in on the scam?
She was likely all in on him faking his own death, writing a whole thing about his final word. Well, Nick probably wrote that himself. Writing his final words. You know, even some of the comments written in Nick's obituary. You know, saying, "Oh, what a good guy he was," praising him, how he'll be missed. All written by Nick, for sure.
That's Nick.
Oh.
Why do you say that, Brian?
Well, you got that fat little earlobe. That's his eyebrows, that's his voice, that's his mannerisms, he picture his hands.
At one point, while on bail, a Sky News, a news service in the UK,
Is that
they set up
Brian?
a video call between Nick, Arthur Knight.
Ain't that Brian?
If you'll remember Brian Coogan.
I said that. I was like, that looked like Brian. Older version of Brian. The guy, the mentor. Oh.
Was the guy who tried to adopt Nick
I'm sorry.
when he was a teenager. You might have already smelt it, but this made Nick shit his pants.
Of course.
It's enough.
Look at Miranda. Look how she looking. She like, what's going on? Who was that? Who was that? She looks scared. She looks spooked and nervous. He does too.
Nick, I'm the one that's Irish, you're not.
Ooh.
Coogan.
Ooh.
I'm Irish, you're not. You got that scar on your eye. If you haven't moved his glasses, you can see he has a little scar
Ooh.
on the side of his eye.
Ooh.
Did you see that, James?
Ooh.
James, you see the scar?
Ooh.
He's talking about the star. How would you explain it to him?
I don't know this man. He's not a journalist.
He's a man named Nicholas Trotsky. It's Nicholas Alaverdian.
Ooh. Look at Miranda. Child, y'all should have kept the camera on Miranda. Sir, when I tell you I'm almost done. I am. I'm almost done. I sped it up.
We didn't give birth to you, but we were going to adopt you. I know who Nicholas Alaverdian is, and that's you.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what, we can wrap this up. James, we can wrap it up right now. Look at his two biceps. He has a barcode on one and a bird feather on the other, wing. Is he willing to show you his arms?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Would you, is that something you would do? You showed your biceps.
Ooh. Sorry, I was trying to look at. I'm done with this conversation.
He showed you his arms. His biceps. Look at his biceps.
Ooh. Ooh. Snatch that.
Thanks, Mr. Coogan. Thank you.
That's it. Bye, Nick.
Seriously, just taking
Called him Nick.
This guy. And Arthur and Nick weren't just there to defend themselves. They were to go on the offensive. See, the rape charges in Utah had been filed by a prosecutor named David Levitt. So he was enemy number one to Miranda and Arthur. You can see on Miranda's Twitter, even today, that her and Arthur were accusing prosecutor David Levitt all the way over in Utah of being a sex offender, a child rapist, engaging in satanic ritual child abuse, all cannibalism, the whole king caboodle, all that kind of stuff he was doing. This is a Miranda Knight tweet. My husband is innocent. Full stop. There is more evidence for Utah County Attorney David Levitt's alleged pedophilia than there is against my husband. Not one shred. David, stop this charade. Be a man and stop whining when your political opponents unite. She was going all out. Even the Utah County Sheriff's Office, they said, we'll look into these accusations against the prosecutor who was trying to, get Arthur Knight, Nicholas Alaverdian, sent away. So then when the Sheriff's Office came out and said, oh, we're going to look into this, that maybe he's a sexual abuser, smoke without fire. But then it turned out that the Utah County Sheriff's Office really disliked David Levitt, who was up for re-election. They were endorsing his political opponent, and so they just wanted him out of office anyway, and they were using this as an
I
excuse.
didn't even plug the charger in
It
the
wasn't
whole
until
time.
January 2024 that Nick was ultimately extradited back to the United States.
Ooh.
And he was sent to Utah for 2 rape charges there.
Ooh.
He asked the jailers to refer to him as Arthur Knight. They said no. The following year, he faced 2 separate trials, both for rape in Utah. And he finally admitted he was, after all this time, Nicholas Alaverdian.
Exactly.
He faked his death poorly. But he's innocent of the charges. He did admit who he really was, but said he didn't rape anyway. He faked his death due to the threats he was getting against him and his family. Of course he did. Finally, he would face the real justice that he had evaded for so many years. And after the trial, both of them, he would be found guilty on both counts. In September 2025, he was sentenced to 2 terms of 5 years to life, to be served consecutively. Once he's done with one term, he'll get the other. Finally, after being a horrific monster who preyed on women for decades, he is where he belongs. After swindling so many people, abusing so many people, and just being a real, what's the word? Actually, piece of shit will do.
Mr. Rossi, you have the right to speak at your sentencing. You're not required to do that. Is there anything further?
I'm finna wrap it up because Mike, you know, Mike is done.
The noted conservative commentator George F. Will has said in recent days, or in recent years, that victimhood is the new status symbol. Like a small dog or a new purse, everyone needs to be a victim because that is their way of signifying their status and their status symbol. I don't have a lengthy statement full of flowery language and hyperbole. However, I would say that these women are lying and that what they have done is unjust, unkind, and not plausible in the eyes of the law.
I was trying to let you stretch your legs. You sitting on your knees. Now, hey. Don't come over here with that. On the last part of my little stream, I'm gonna wrap it up, but cover that up now. Don't come over here with that. Stretch your legs, but keep that cover. Wrap it up, Mike.
You can find the That Chapter podcast available on all podcast platforms. There's plenty of podcast exclusive stories right there, looking at cults and serial killers and
I was trying to let you stretch your legs, but you need to keep that cover. I'm finna get out of here because I don't need no mishaps fooling with you. Shh. Papa John's. Yeah. In the meantime, in between time. Who is that? Oh, I know who that is. That's Koa. Hi, Koa. Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, there he is. Oh, let's get up out of here. I know. I'm gonna get a snack since you up here. Got your little music on and stuff. But you ain't got no clothes on, honey. I gotta, In the meantime, in between time, you say, mwah, mwah.